wish I had a lapel mic because, like, I'd feel like I don't have to speak up. But oh man, you know what? The headset. I got the headset, but I kind of I don't know. That mic is okay, so you could probably hear me all right. I think. Just being in radio made me have like an internal voice that's like too loud. Hi, Amy. Here, I'll do something. That's really nice music, though, actually.
I'll just put it down a little bit.
That sets an alright mood, you know? But yeah, it'll be a lot better to be able to hear me, probably. I'll just close her a little bit too, like here. The mic on this thing ain't bad. I know that. Mayhem Mackie, what's up, bro? So, man. Hi, girl with the cute kids. Hi, blinging things. Wow. Well, we're doing as well as to be expected after listening to the news. And I guess this would be probably the top story in gossip column stuff now. It's gotta be. Hi, mild bling. Sorry. I wanted to talk about Diddy, and because I grew up in the 90s. Yeah, Shanny's here. You want to say hi quick, Shanny?
What's up?
Yeah, there was Shanny for a second. So, Shanny and I both grew up, in the same time period. So, we had the same stars in music. So, for me, I was never a huge rap fan. You hear the video of him and Meek Mill? Yeah. Look, if you're a dude and you're going to a pool and the guy has his butt sticking out and he looks like he's in horrible pain and in his booty hole, okay, he looks like he had just had like a horrible event that came from his anus, you know? And he's like, and Diddy comes over and he's like, Daddy, you earned that money, Daddy, didn't you? What are you even talking about, Diddy? You earned that money? What? And he's sticking his butt out like he hurting. Okay, his booty hole is looking like cottage cheese. Okay? Diddy blew it out, man. Did you hear the video? Okay? Diddy was that's right. I was just gonna do it, Mackie, bro. I was just gonna do it, dude. It's I never ever look. Out of all my porn addiction, I never clicked on anything gay, and then I had to hear this, and then my life was destroyed because Shanny wanted to know about this shit. It popped up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm interested too because it's Diddy. And like my favorite rap song, one of them, aside from Gangster's Paradise, was Mo Money, Mo Problems. And that's Biggie and Puffy and Mace, bro. I love that. That shit is the best. And hypnotize, you know, that shit, that I love that album, man, Life and Death. And it turns out that this guy, iced his best friend. Garrett, it's all going to come out. So I was into this, and I'm looking at this, and I'm going, okay, the perception was that you wanted what Diddy got, man. He had everything. He had all the crystal. He had all the women. All of that. Like, you looked at that and you were like, oh, that's the fantasy, man. You want that. What? No. Okay. The dude has a whole lot of skeletons about to cut. Yeah, they all are, dude. It really is. All these people are coming out like bodyguards, like security guards and bodyguards are coming out saying, look, this dude, he has bragged about shooting people and getting away with it. And this was, it was really in the open. But it turns out that it looks like he's had police protection for years. So you got him taking 17-year-old girls over state lines to get BBC gangbang. What? Yeah. So you look at mandatory minimums for stuff like that, it's a felony, definitely. And you're looking 20 plus. Probably. Have you seen the Photoshop pics of him and R. Kelly? You know,
Oh, jeez.
why would you do that, man? We're gonna wait for the real pics, bro. Meek got clapped for sure. What does Booty-O look like after that?
I don't want to know. I feel bad for his booty.
I do too. That brother didn't ask for that. I guarantee you he didn't ask for that. But it's like he's like, okay, this is the deal. I'm in the business. So I guess I gotta do something strange for some change. And he ends up in one of Diddy's side rooms. Oh my God. And then he's in the pool. Ah, Diddy, why'd you do that to me, bro? That hurt. You be doing that, the cocaine with ecstasy and mixing it with the Ciroc, bro. And you're asking me to reach back to your nipples. My arms can't do that. What do you try to arrest me, brother? Like a cop. I'm being harassed by Diddy. He need my booty hole. Down low, brothers. That's what you're dealing with, man. It's the down low crew. And they're going to force you into it. And that's the deal. This is satanic grooming that's been going on. Look, Diddy got big in like 98, 97. That's when he really came into it. That's quite a while now. Hi, Lynn. That's quite a while. So you got to think of the amount of people. Souls. Because Diddy didn't care if you're male, female, young. Well, I guess we haven't seen too well. He'd be giving Clive Davis some head.
That's wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised of all the negative shit, dark shit behind the culture. He's the ringleader of it, dude. That's like, yeah. That I've been thinking that, like, he could be the head of the biggest sex trafficking ring in the world because Epstein's gone. So Diddy might be the top of it, and that's like decapitating the head of the whole thing. That would be amazing for women, for innocent it bothers the shit out of me when you're talking. Diddy and his guys, man, Jean-Pierre or whatever the guy's name is, the former head of Bad Boy Records Productions. I guess some girl from Ohio or something, man. She was 17. She was a high school girl. Jane Doe. It's royal family being that. Harry and William both are seen there. Diana wouldn't be very happy. That's that. Sorry. Sorry about that. There's no, is there? Sorry, guys. Murders. He brags about it. It's pretty insane. I hate it. You got to put the charge cord in the bottom. Sorry. Harry got out. What you mean Harry got out? Whoa, that's a balancing act. That's gonna go down probably. What do you mean Harry got out? You mean he didn't keep partying with that deal? I mean, he probably saw a few things and then he's like, well, I'm digging the free for all partying, but what was that? He's no longer considered royal. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's true. Dad was like, we're not dealing with the chick that you married. Her deal's whatever. I think she's just like an American royalophile, and she wanted to marry into that, and she just happened to get it because Harry's into ethnic women, which is why he would be really happy at Diddy's party, because apparently it's a lot of ethnic women, you know? That's Diddy's deal. That's the type of chicks that he got, the sex workers and stuff, were that persuasion, you know? But the real big part of this, though, is it's actual satanic stuff that's being exposed to the light. Because a lot of these, like Cat Williams and a lot of these people that are speaking out are very like Holy Spirit Christians, not like just church. There's Gavin going behind me. He's going to Pikachu. That's a boy. But it all went to shit for the trafficking when the Queen died. No one knows what to do. You know, that's interesting. The royal family is just, well, I mean, that's sidetracking because I'm talking about Diddy shit, and we know some stuff. Harry was there though, and William was there, but they were young in those pictures that they got, so we're going back. Did it get progressively worse as the years went by? Yeah, because that's the pattern with this deviant sexual behavior. It's a downward spiral. You always need something more and more and more and more and more extreme. And I'm not going to talk about it on this one, but Vince McMahon. Look, you want to be triggered. If you're triggered by sex, violent stuff, don't look into it. Stop. Don't do it. But Vince McMahon with the details, because I listened to a video by a really awesome YouTube guy. He's a lawyer that does reaction videos. Uh, last name is Rivers. He's good. I watched his video on the Vince McMahon thing, and he goes through all of it, and they go into detail of what was the consequences. They don't go into really too much detail about the sex acts themselves. A little bit. But Vince McMahon, for setting this stuff up with this poor woman, that was just a vulnerable... She was just a vulnerable, poor girl. But she looked like she could be his daughter. Like, she looks very young. But she wasn't a minor. She was 20, I think, when this shit started. But the stuff that was done to her body, like, maimed her forever. You gotta think about this. He was pimping her out to wrestlers. Now, I'm not saying this is all wrestlers, definitely not, okay? Most of my generation wrestlers are all Christian, born again now. I think Diddy's way to get Jay-Z. That's coming, yeah. Everybody's saying that he's next. So, this girl's body, her last name is Grant. I can't remember her first name. I think it's not, I can't remember her first name, but her last name is Grant. They basically destroyed, I think, her female parts, pretty much. In one of the instances, she says, I don't want to do this threesome because I'm really afraid you guys are going to throw me around like a rag doll, and it's going to be really bad. And Vince is like, no, you don't understand. Like, the guys know about you now. You have to do this. Like, I hired you. This is part of your career. You don't get it? No. It's so exciting, the stuff you're willing to do. You have to do it now. McMahon should go away for 50 years for this type of stuff. He's a billionaire. He took a little girl, I'm telling you, very innocent looking, and he said that's why he liked her so much. He said, I'm in love with you because you're so innocent. Gavin's going to be the... Whoa. The cats are insane tonight, man. I like you because you're so innocent. And then he set up all of these. And it was progressively worse, more aggressive, more... Well, let's try and fit this into you. No, that didn't work. That didn't work. You got blood. And then Vince is with her the next night saying, hey, Johnny's ready for shit, and he wants to bring probably like 2 or 3 more guys tonight. You ready for that? Because you have to do this. Like, McMahon should be gone for the rest of his life that you did that to someone. That was totally vulnerable. She came to you like a daughter, you scum. And that's how you treated her at first. Like, you're in need. I'm here. You came into my office. And he said, oh, I just remember looking at how innocent you were. They have his text messages. This is zero deniability because it goes back to McMahon's phone. He's done. Okay? When this goes to court, he's completely finished. This girl is going to own the WWE. And it's beautiful. She's blessed. Because she can't have a kid. They said that she is so damaged that she will never be able to have a child. That's what I heard. Is that how fucking sick and disgusting you are, Vince? I should fucking absolutely tag Vince McMahon. You were an idol of mine, Vince. Absolutely. You know how much I loved your fucking show. Okay? You were the best. You were the best color commentator in all history of wrestling. You're very good at color commentary. And I thought you were a good guy at first, of course. Who didn't? It's Vince. Look, he's like always energetic and ready, you know. The yacht girls, yeah, I've heard about that, Lynn. You're gonna pay for this shit, buddy. You took a girl that you were looking as your daughter, and then you had her do these things. You wanted to bring Brock Lesnar to her in a hotel room to literally beat her nearly to death and rage fuck her for like 14 hours straight. That was the plan. But the Lord Jesus Christ knew that if that happened, she would have died. You guys know who Brock Lesnar is, right? Brock Lesnar was able to take little Spike Dudley, who was a guy that's like my stature, okay, like 150 pounds, something like that. He actually hurt him in real life. I remember it was on Raw, and Spike Dudley came out to one of the matches with Lesnar, and it's a joke. Lesnar is literally a cyborg. His shoulders were the span of 3 men. And Spike Dudley comes out. Everybody goes nuts. They fucking love Spike because he's nuts. And he jumped up on the top rope, this little spindly white dude, and he's like, I'm going to get Lesnar, man. Lesnar he jumped off the top rope. Lesnar grabbed him out of the air, put him on his shoulders, did this with him, yanking his neck, and he did the fucking F5 down on the canvas and snapped this guy in half. Spike could not move. I think he broke his collarbone. Live on Raw. And Lesnar was a fucking animal. He's like, ah! He knew he broke his fucking bone. He knew it. And he loved it. Vince McMahon wanted to put that man in a fucking apartment room, a fucking hotel room, and I think Trump Tower or one of Trump's places. He wanted.
Always involved in that shit.
Yeah, it might have been. Actually, I shouldn't say that. He did do this stuff in one of Trump's buildings. I think it's Trump International building next to the UN in New York City. But this happened, I think, in Connecticut, because that's where Vince rolls. Fucking Connecticut Mafia they talk about. And his son was his intro video, Shane McMahon. Ching, ching, bling, bling. It was all the money. It was hoes. Oh my God, that's right. It was Diddy shit. Remember that, guys? That Shane McMahon was like the Connecticut kid, but he had the gangster opening. I just thought of that. It all crosses, man. It does. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Bunch of sickos in Hollywood and entertainment. That's right. Wrestlers talk about this openly since the 80s. They're all sickos. Yeah. There you go. I mean, we could condense it down to that, but then there's not much entertainment. You know. My poor girls. Be careful. Alrighty. You guys seem to be taking this okay. And I'm sorry if anybody that hears this has some trigger moments, but I warned you. You know, this stuff is not good. Okay? Vince McMahon needs to go to wait until he's dead for that. How is this acceptable? There's no way. There's no way in any universe that what he did was acceptable. This way, he viewed her as a daughter, and he had her then at the end of this actively trying to split the girl in half by her genitals. Yeah, it's really shocking shit. I've had my eyes open for decades. Well, that's good. I mean, the sooner the better. I feel the same way. It does need to be talked about because women need to be protected from that. If you're ever a female and you got Vince McMahon coming to you saying, I can help you because I could see you need money and I could set you up with a job, run. He's going to try and split you in half. That's his goal. This is the super dark shit that Ted Bundy talked about, creating people that of this mindset. Deviant, violent porn, and it's almost normalized now to say, "Oh, choke. Choking's okay in sex. I'm kicking and running. There you go. Yeah." See, it's the kicking though. See, you're dealing with wrestlers, man. These guys are jacked. Okay, they're strong. They're strong as shit. Some of them. The guys you really, the guys that look like The Rock are one thing. They're strong on one level, but you get those guys that have the barrel stomachs. They don't look real defined, but they have like barrel stomachs and their arms are like 30 inches and it's, yeah. Do you know what they could do to a woman? You don't want to know. Okay? There's zero way you want to know what happens in that shit. Unless you're some deviant yourself that gets off on shit like that, you don't even want to know what that is. And they have their bros, they'll lock you in a hotel room and leave. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. For so long I've wanted to see that series on wrestling that's called The Dark Side of the Ring or something. This is when the light comes in and the darkness exposes it. And the roaches that are all over this house, it's really, 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 really bad. That's why Jesus needs to come back so much. This stuff is so evil and dark. It's very hard to deal with psychologically, man. But this is my stuff too, McMahon. I grew up loving wrestling. Loving it. And the question is, you hear about this poor girl. How many of her have happened? How many times has Vince McMahon seen a piece of ass that he likes a lot and said, I can get you a job? Right? I can get you a job. I really feel like you could be my daughter, you know. It's like I can't not help you. So we're gonna figure something out, and we'll get you some kind of clerical job to start with. You can answer phones at headquarters, and we'll figure it out. And in the meantime, I'll give you a house. He did that for this girl. He gave her a house to live in. And he would come and periodically check on her, acting like a father. You doing all right? Let's look up your skills. What kind of skills you got that you could be a part of the WWE? I mean, they brag about it. They do not care about the age sick. Yeah, this girl is 20, but she looked. If you look her up, her pictures, she looks 18. Man, she looks very young, extremely young. And you're putting this girl in positions of it's like every night threesomes with these big guys, and she was being injured like pretty much every time that they did it, and it was one of the bigger guys was in the threesome. She said, like, Vince, I can't do it. You got to give me a break. She was bleeding. These text messages, she's like, I can't. You got to give me like one night of recovery. You could already tell that she was completely mind controlled into being a slave, because she said, oh, it's okay, baby. I will do it. You know I love this. But you have to give me a little break because I'm bleeding. Like, I'm not stopping bleeding, and it's really worrying me. You really, like, that thing didn't fit in me right. He would name the dildos. The white dildo he'd name, like, I don't know, pick somebody, Lesnar. The black dildo he'd name Farouk. He was a wrestler back in the day. Okay, he named the dildos that he would be shoving into her. And she's like, that shit didn't fit in me. It was too big. I mean, yeah. This is what we're dealing with, man. If you think that's okay, then you immediately need to go seek counseling, because you've watched so much porn that your mind has broken. That's not okay.
Ugh.
That's called assault. That's called maiming a woman for her the rest of her life. What on earth are we talking about? This is the things that are breaking with deviant sexual behavior in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. I'm talking about Vince McMahon right now in the WWE. Good friends with Trump. Oh, I bet. Yup. Donald is squeaky clean, ain't he? No, he ain't squeaky clean, but he's near squeaky clean on this shit, because I'm sure he's done stuff like this. Oh, they didn't like that. Thanks for the hearts. That's some heavy shit to chew on. Next time I do a video, I'm going to be talking about the eclipse deal. I ain't saying nothing, but there's some interesting stuff. There's a big X on the country, and there's a bunch of Ninevehs that's going to see this, and a town called Rapture on the 8th. That's pretty neat to me. And it's going to be under the sign of Jonah, which is a whale constellation. Oh, wow, I didn't know all that's messy. No. When go back and listen to what I talked about, man. It needs to be known that there are monsters. They have no concept of the. Do you realize what the pain that you're putting this person through? Porn stars over time. It's over time. The things that they were doing to this girl was in one night. She's having groups of 12 guys doing 3 at a time, ripping her apart.
Oh. That makes me sick to my stomach. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it needs to be known. And you need to pray to Jesus Christ that every single bit of this darkness is purged from this planet. Crowley sex magic, okay? All of this, cancer, because it will destroy humanity. This is the type of shit that caused the deluge in the Bible. Genesis 6, flood. It's such high spiritual darkness that it will start to manifest demonic activity. I'm telling you. And I think this is the cup of Babylon being filled, and it's brimming. That's why the justice system is going, holy shit. Okay, we might be into some, we're dealing drugs to people, yeah. We might be even dealing in prostitution, yeah. But this stuff, it's going to rip spiritually the entire planet apart. You remember that shit in Ghostbusters that you see coming down from the sky? It's like you're opening a fucking portal. Okay, we're talking the Babylon working with Parsons, Jack Parsons of JPL Labs, and Crowley, and L. Ron Hubbard, the redheaded woman ritual. Okay, look this up. These are keywords I give you. Go look into it. The Babylon working. This is like you cause a strangelet and destroy the entire planet, and it's just Satan won. Holy shit! What? That's possible? No, I think Christ would come back before that would happen, but that's what Crowley and Parsons and these guys were trying to do. They really believed it could happen. We could destroy God's plan right now. By sex magic. How? I don't know. I never read Crowley. I don't want to know about Crowley. But I know his mother called him the beast for a reason. He had dark spiritual knowledge that he knew how to carry out. And there's people out here that are active practitioners of that man. So do I think it's crazy to think that you can't get some crazy, very, very rich Crowleyan Satanist that knows how to do rituals? Epstein Island had an Egyptian Freemasonry temple. Why? Go look up a map of Epstein's P Island. He had an Egyptian temple on that land. Do you want to fucking imagine the shit that went on in there? No, you don't. I guarantee you, Epstein was highly rich. He definitely had the wherewithal to make these rituals happen. You just got to get a few high-level Crowleyans that really know how to do the magic. The real shit, not the hocus pocus, I have a deck of cards, and here's your king that you wanted to see. That's not magic. That's parlor tricks. I'm talking about causing a rift in spirits, in fucking the fifth dimension, if you want to call it that, and tearing a hole in reality to bring through beings. That's what I'm talking about. Which is possible. But it takes a very dedicated practitioner that knows what they're doing and has read through it so many times that it's literally they just go into a trance and it happens. The spirit of Lucifer comes into that person and they just speak it forth and he causes strangelet and a fucking demon comes through. Okay. That's what the core of it is. The behaviors of the abuse is a shadow of that stuff. That's what the fallen angels were doing with women. If you read in some of the extra canonical books, you can read about what some of the fallen angels did to the women. You got a certain size hole, and then there's a thing that's not, you look. I know some ladies like them big, but there is what you call a limit to the stretch, okay? The deluge came because of this type of shit. And he ain't going to flood it again because he promised us with the rainbow that he wouldn't. He ain't going to flood it. He's going to burn it. So if you want to literally be birthed through the fire and your spirit being just, you're with Jesus Christ, you got to get saved now. That's it. There's no more time. There's like not another, you could burn in a second. Done. Flash burn by the Lord because this is getting so evil. For sure seems like something is building. You better believe it. You know it, Cozy Lotus. You better be ready. You don't want to be saved tomorrow because if one of these crazy people that knows what they're doing actually does do the ritual and hell comes through a portal and you got the tribulation immediately, okay? You want to be able to die and go to Jesus immediately. That's what you want. Don't get saved tomorrow, get saved now. Jesus loves you all, and I'll see you next time.